Hello and welcome to the first episode of my Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Boom Studios comic book review series. This episode covers issue number 0, which was the first issue that was put out. Now you might be wondering, why issue 0? Why is it not issue number 1 like every other comic is? Well, from what I have heard, this is actually just the promotional issue, so just a way, kind of a teaser trailer in many ways, to get the fans interested in the series. And it starts off with quite the bang, actually. You see Tommy standing in front of, Rita, and he's standing among the bodies of all the Power Rangers that he's basically just killed. So, this is a comic book for children, of course. So you see him, and Rita's congratulating him. It's like, oh, good job, da 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 da. And but then it cuts to Tommy and Jason driving to school. It was all a dream sequence. But that's a really cool way to start this issue. That really gets you interested, like right off the bat. It's like, what happened here? Oh, okay. It's not actually happening, but as you can see, Tommy is having some problems. They're on their way to school, and he's having these weird hallucinations of Rita talking behind his back and kind of feeding him things and misconstruing what the things people are saying to him are. And it's kind of like this weird thing, these weird hallucinations he's having of Rita. And this is going to cause some problems, of course. So they arrive at school and everybody's there, and as you can also see, it is clearly set in the modern day. I think that's a really good idea for them to do, to get out of the 90s. Honestly, like, there is really no reason to stay in the 90s through this comic book series. You don't have to be, slave to what they did, 20-something years ago. You really don't need to. So put it in the modern day, make your own spin on it. That sounds great, and I'm all for that. So yeah, because of these hallucinations, Tommy's kind of doubting his place in the group, and as it cuts over to Rita, you can see that she's planning on releasing a monster on Angel Grove, which is pretty typical Rita fashion. So the monster appears, I should say, while Tommy and Kimberly are like having a text conversation in class. Apparently Tommy's just kind of sullen, and Kimberly's like, "Oh, cheer up, you're part of our group now." So, oh yeah, I forgot to mention that earlier. This clearly takes place after the Green with Evil arc. We don't actually see that in the comics as of the time of this recording yet. Maybe the Go-Go Power Rangers comic series will have that. I don't know yet, but we don't see the actual Green with Evil arc, just the aftermath of it. So they leave the group of students that they are with as they are being evacuated, and all 6 of them run out to the front of the school and morph, summoning the Megazords to take down the monster. And I have to say, this monster design is pretty sweet. It's got those like really cool serrated teeth, and this really looks like something that you would see in Godzilla or maybe even an Ultraman show, but not something I would necessarily see in Power Rangers. So as they're battling the monster, Tommy has to like take a shot while Jason and the others are holding the monster down with the other Megazord, but Tommy's hesitating due to all these Rita hallucinations, and he is eventually able to deliver the killing blow, but then all the controls freeze up on the Dragonzord temporarily, which is obviously due to his doubt and hesitancy and all these hallucinations that Rita's feeding him and misconstruing what everybody's saying. And that causes the Dragonzord's tail to like whack over and hit a section of the bridge, and cars are starting to fall down. So Kimberly has to teleport out and disconnect the Pterodactyl Zord just in time to save these people. I don't actually remember any episodes of Power Rangers where the different Zords like detach as quickly as this. I know that they have different configurations with the Dragon Zord and such, and the other one, I can't remember the other one's name. The other Zord. I can't remember right now, but I've never seen anything like this. So I'm glad they're using the comic book medium to show you things, again, that you wouldn't have seen on the show. So, she saves the people, they go back to the command center, and Tommy's just like, dude, I really don't know why this happened. And Jason's like, blah, 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 Tommy. And Tommy's like, well, blah, 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 Jason. And they're all getting into an argument, and Jason's really having doubts about having Tommy on the team at this point, and can't seem to follow orders, quote unquote, which I thought was a really weird thing for him to say. But, Zordon eventually chastises them both for getting really heated and reminds them that, Rita's been struck this blow that wounded her with the Green Ranger's defection, but that makes her even more determined to strike back, which could make her even more dangerous. So, yeah, good thing to think about. Your soldier that you had spent several episodes grooming, it has now become an active member on the opposition side. That could be a problem. I could see why Rita would be upset about that. But then the comic cuts over to this night scene to Scorpina, actually, rowing a boat through the Bay Area where the battle had happened earlier. And she delivers a mysterious crystal to Rita. And, obviously something that they wanted to keep secret during the Zord battle. And Rita declares that the crystal signals a quote unquote new beginning for them. So I thought that was interesting and kind of a bit of a meta way to say, like, this isn't the actual beginning, being issue 0, but issue 1 is the real beginning. So, maybe I'm looking into that too much. But overall, I really enjoyed this first issue. It's nice and short. It's got a lot of Megazord action and even some good, like, little antagonism between Jason and Tommy that might set things up pretty interestingly between the two of them for the next several issues. I mean, it's clear that Jason has a bit of a distrust of Tommy at this point. Who knows how much of Rita's control, I should say, still lingers on. I don't know. And then obviously Tommy's having a problem because, he's seeing Rita like around him and she's like hearing her words in his ear and nobody else can tell. So it obviously looks like he's a bit crazy. So who knows how much is really there. So yeah, issue number 0, I really enjoyed it. And, this is just like the introductory phase of the comic book. And next issue, we'll definitely be getting into the heat of things. And I look forward to talking about that when it comes around. Well, not really when it comes around. It's already been out for many, many months, but when I get to the point where I can do that. So thank you for watching, and until next time, stay average. Goodbye.